Dear viewers, welcome to another video on Google Sheet tutorials. In this video, we will understand about the Google Sheet function lookup. So in my previous videos, I have made a video on VLOOKUP, vertical lookup, HLOOKUP, horizontal lookup. I have also made a video on XLOOKUP. So I will share the link of these videos in the description of this video so that you can also watch those videos and it will be helpful. So now we'll understand how this lookup function works. So what is the objective of a lookup function? The objective of a lookup function is to find a particular value in a column corresponding to a unique value in your search range based on a search index. That's how this function works. So let's see how it works. So for example, here in my database, I have employee number as a unique field. And then I have details like employee name, phone number, email address, blood group. These information are available in a database. Now, based on this employee number, if I want to know what will be my corresponding values, I can use lookup as a function. Let's see how it works. So before I do this, for our convenience, we will try to create a data validation dropdown so that we'll be able to select the employee numbers. So how does it work? I click on data, I click on data validation, and here I can create a rule where I would like to get the data from a particular range. So here the range will be from this particular cell to this particular cell. So I need to put is equal to here. Then I need to say from this cell till this cell. By that way, I'll be able to create a validation here, data validation. If you see, all this information are available. I can copy paste this data validation by other columns. Now we will see how this lookup as a function works. Now for a corresponding employee number, I need to find out the employee name. For example, here we will take employee number 0137. So let me select employee number 0137. Now I type the function lookup. Now in lookup, there are three elements that we need to select. The first one will be your lookup index. So this is your lookup index. This is the unique value for which you need to find the required value from any of the corresponding columns. So once I select my lookup index, then I need to select the lookup range. So here my lookup range will be this particular cells where I need to look up for this value. And then I can put a comma and I can select the employee name as the information that I need. So now I can close this bracket and I can click OK. So if you see here, 10327. So it returns the value employee name yard. Just if you want to change and if you want to see what is the other value that you get. So for example, if you select employee number 0017, it gives me below. So this is how lookup as a function works. Now, if you want to find out some other information, not the employee name, but some other information here. For example, here, let's select phone number, right? So again, I'm going to use the formula lookup. And my lookup index will be this column. My lookup range will be this column. And now I need phone number. So what I am to do is I need to directly select this particular column. So whichever column from where you need the data, you need to select that column. So let me close the bracket. So now I got an error message because I did not select anything here. So let's select this information. And if you see here, you got the phone number of this particular employee number. And if you change it to, let's say, we're going to change it to this, you got the phone number of 9645, the phone number of this employee number. Okay. So now if we want to get information, not only one column, but multiple columns, can we use lookup as a function? Yes, we can use lookup as a function. So how does that work? Is equal to lookup, my lookup index, comma, my lookup range, comma, and the value that I'm looking for is employee name. Now I can close this bracket and I can hit enter, but I need to copy paste this formula to other columns so that I get phone number, email address, and blood group. In order to achieve this, what we can do is we can freeze this particular cell with a dollar before the alphabet and before the number. And similarly, we can freeze the range so that we can copy paste and use this formula in the subsequent columns. So I press enter. I get an error message. That's because I did not select any information here. We select the information. So it returns me the value. So I copy this, I paste it here. I get Yarni's phone number. I copy this, I paste it here. I get Yarni's email address. And when I copy this and I paste it here, I get Yarni's blood. So this function can be used here to get information from any of the columns next to the unique field that you have in a database. Can it be used this way, or can it also be used horizontally? So for example, in this case, if you see here, as per the tax regime. So if you see in India, the tax calculation happens in two methods. You can either opt for an old regime or you can opt for a new regime. So what I have done is I have taken the salary brackets 0 to 2.5 lakhs, 2.5 to 3 lakhs, 3 lakhs to 5 lakhs, 5 lakhs to 6 lakhs. These are the salary brackets. And for the corresponding salary bracket, depending upon which tax regime that you want to file your returns, what will be your corresponding tax percentage that you need to pay. So now this information is not in vertical columns, instead it is in horizontal rows. So how does the same formula lookup works here? Again, what we will do is we will do a data validation to select the required value that we are looking for. So I click on data, I go to data validation. And this time my data validation is going to be these cells. So if I see here, I get all these values here as my data validation. Now, how do I use this lookup formula to get the value that I'm looking for? So again, here I say is equal to lookup, and this is going to be my search index, and this is going to be my search range. Last time my search range was vertical. This time my search range is horizontal. I put a comma. Now I can come back. And for the new regime, I can say from this value to this value. I got an error message because I did not select any value here. Let's select 2.5 to 3 lakhs. So if you select 2.5 to 3 lakhs, it says exempt. So there is no need to pay tax. Now, how does it work in the old regime? Let's see. I can say is equal to lookup. Again, this will be my search index, the comma, and this will be my search range. I can put a comma, and this is the range, or this is the cells from which I need to look up for the value. So I select this and I put a comma. Now, if you see here, for the same 2.5 to 3 lakh in the new regime, it is accepted. In the old regime, you need to pay 5 lakhs, but there are certain exception criteria that is being given, like you can have a ATC, home loan interest repayment, or insurance repayment. So there is a difference between the new regime and old regime. So in the old regime, it is taxable, but you have certain exemptions that you can claim. So this is how you can use lookup formula. In this example, we have seen how it can be used in a vertical database. And in this example, we have seen how it can be used in a horizontal database. I hope this video was useful for you. So see you in another video on Google Sheets or functions that we use in a Google Sheet. Thank you.